the reason for the webinar today is I started seeing in a lot of different Facebook groups, a lot of our clients sort of saying, oh, I wish I had this on my branded site. Oh, I wish I could do that. Or I'm thinking of going to this company or that company because there were certain things that they wanted. And I was like, hang on, we can do that. So I wanted to make everyone aware exactly what it is we can do and what that looks like, how other people have done it, timelines, rough, costs on some of these things. And then, yeah, allow you guys to make the decision of, what you want to do from there on. So, but knowing exactly what you can and can't do, I think is incredibly important. And that's the goal today. So we sort of came up with 5 main areas of the site that a lot of people have improved upon. And this excludes the community pages. So I will share with you guys in the chat right now. Let me just grab this link really quick, share it. If you are interested in optimizing your community pages and building those out, and while I just shared the link, oh, that's just to hosts and panelists. So let me do this for everyone. So let me share my screen really quick. So I do want to sort of show you guys really quick before we dive in. I got this email from a client of ours, Eric Lowry. He owns LowryTeam.com. He followed the tips that we did on the community's ChatGPT webinar several months ago and just shared his results. So he's really growing his SEO this year. And as of last, he sort of really started in October, but it's continued to take off. And he's got a big increase once he incorporated the ChatGPT. He was able to get things going a lot faster. So, that's available for you guys. That link is there. That's free. It just takes a bit of time to be able to do that. So the other thing I did want to share with you guys is we are coming out with, and I have teased this already, some of you may be aware, of an upgrade to your branded site, to the homepage in particular, which is where most of your traffic comes. It's the most important page when it comes to SEO. We've been able to really speed that thing up and make it lightning fast. So the only challenge there is we have around 3,000 clients. We've got to roll this out to everyone. But most of you are on similar sort of styled websites. So we're going to be able to do a lot of them in some big file swoops. But, you're looking at the difference between maybe getting an F grade and now upgrading to like an A grade or even an A+ grade in some cases. So big improvement on speed and on performance. So that is coming down the pipe. You can expect most of you should have that upgrade by the end of the year, if not the beginning of next year. Some people even earlier, but it's a lot of work to be able to implement this for everyone. We've got a lot of clients, so please be patient with us. But the great news is it's coming. It's only going to make everything better for you as far as performance. So this is a really good time to lean in and do more of your SEO, such as the content-driven stuff, so that your results, like Eric's getting it already. We've got a lot of clients who get great results already without the speed. So don't hold off and wait for the speed thing to be fixed. Work on the content, then the speed comes, and all of a sudden you got that 1-2 punch. Come 2024, you're going to be sitting pretty. So I did want to just mention that. So now let's dive in. I'm going to take the first session, which is talking about single agent pages. And the reason we wanted to talk about this is a lot of agents have their subdomains on their agent pages, but out of the gate, a lot of these pages look very similar. But we had quite a few or several VIP clients come to us and say, look, our agents want their own site. Or they're going to go to another company because they can build them their own site. But a lot of times it wasn't even their own site. It was just a landing page for that agent that looked like the homepage, or it looked like a full website, but it was just a landing page for that agent. So we can do that for all of you guys as well. You know, it's costs and timeline on this will depend on how many people want this, and also how many people are on your team. If you've got a team of, 500 or 600 people, we've got to update all of those pages. It's going to take us longer. But the good news is it's relatively quick. It's not expensive. You can see the QR codes here. You guys are going to be able to scan those and say, yes, I want this to any of the features we show you today. The team will review everything and get back to you if there are costs associated with that and timelines and different things. So it's, we just want to show you what's possible. So let me dive in here, show you a single agent page. So this is one here. So this is Kirby Schofield here in Las Vegas. So this is his single agent page. So if I come to his team page here, click on any of his agents. Whoops, sorry. You can sort of see they all have the home search available first and foremost, right? So you can easily search. Then it's got her information. She doesn't have, actually, yeah. So this is very poorly done because she should have bio. She should, let me actually bring up Kirby's because he's actually put a bit of effort into his. You see there's a nice bio. Easily you can add in a video or photos or stuff in here as well. Has featured listings, has all listings. But if you roll over any of these, they all go to his subdomain. So he can feel comfortable about sharing this landing page with clients, knowing if they come here and search, they're going to be able to easily contact him because his information's here. They can easily browse IDX and all the properties, and any leads generated are going to go to him directly. The only thing that, you may want to think about doing for the agents or the agents can do for themselves, if the domain name is too long, like you probably wouldn't want to put this on a business card, but they can buy a domain name and go to GoDaddy. Once that domain name is set up, like KirbySellsVegas.com, he can then point that to this page so that the user gets to type in the name, but you get to just use this page as the landing page. So that is an example of single agent page. Again, we've got a couple of different templates. Let me show you another one. I think I've got it here. Yeah, for Sanit, big block in Sacramento. Again, he's got a little bit of a different layout style. Image over here on the left. You can search right away. Has his experience. Call, email, bio, video, testimonials or reviews, sorry. And these can be Zillow, they can be Google. And then featured listings, all listings. So you can actually, if that agent just focused on a certain area, you can actually have that show up as certain neighborhoods. Or let me see if Kirby's done that. Oh, he's done it down here. Yeah. So for example, for Kirby, like he's just these certain markets here, right? He doesn't do the whole of Vegas, but these are the 6 that he focuses on. So for your agents, just understand as well, we can, change these up and add in as many communities as they want under their property single agent page. So that is that. That's for single agent pages. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And I believe we are moving over to Kelly, and she's going to show you the careers pages, sort of recruiting pages, and what some people have done.
Sure. Thanks, Kiwi. Hi, everyone. My name's Kelly Boyke. I'm the manager of the branded sites team. Just want to give a quick intro. Been at Ylopo for about 5 years now. When I started, there was about 100 branded sites, which was nice. And now we're up to over 3,000. So maybe I was your project manager at one point back in the day, where I've exchanged information with you, but I'm excited to show you some different options you have with careers pages. A lot of people don't know that we have this. So let me go ahead and share my screen for a second here. All right. So Okay, you guys can all see that. So we do have a recruitment page that's a template. It's not actively live on sites yet, 'cause it's not built into the template just yet. But by request, which is, I guess we should explain that QR code up in the corner. Don't fill that out just yet. Maybe wait till the end and make sure you have all of your ideas or your questions in mind. But you'll be able to use that QR code to open up a forum and put in all of your, whether it's questions or requests to us. But we do have a recruitment page. We do have a template that we can start you with. We can apply it to your site free of charge. You can use us then to upgrade it or to enhance it more or to put the content on there for you. It'll only cost about like 1 to 2 hours, depending on how much you have or how much you want to change. Or you guys yourself can log into your branded site. Hopefully everyone knows by now that you have a login to the back end of your branded site. Essentially the same exact rights that we have. So everything we can do, I always say you guys can do too. So this is an example. This is our realtor in residence, Barry. He's actually using just our templated recruitment page. But it starts off with forms. Obviously, the more forms, the better. Get those call to actions in. A lot of people may not know that on any form of the branded site, because if you use our branded site, it integrates directly with your CRM, or you can choose for it not to. So typically for the recruitment page, you wouldn't want this, this person or this lead to go to your CRM because you want to intercept them yourself as management. So we can turn off that CRM integration on the recruitment page forms. Or on any other page of the branded site where you might want it to go to CRM, obviously, we can also add things like hidden tags. If you're using FUB, it's a huge way to route leads or start drip campaigns, to add hidden tags to any form of the branded site. It's just an integration that we built with our branded sites to your CRM. So know that that's an option there. But going down, you can give, certain reasons of why they should, join your team. You can change these out. We'll start you with placeholder wording, but you can change these out to your 5 reasons of why they should join your team. Barry has added an extra section, which is basically more of a flip book. There's some services that offer this for free that you can embed right onto Squarespace. So one thing is we work with Squarespace, if you don't know, and they have a lot of functionality that lets us embed different vendors' codes to our pages. So Barry is using actually a free flip book, but if you use any more of a paid service flip book, we can embed those as well, as long as it's compatible. Going down to some agent, testimonials of why they should work there. And then again, some more call to actions will be on this page. You can set these to whatever you want. We even have some people that embed Calendly. Calendly embeds right to Squarespace as well. I can show you that in a second, so they can just book an appointment right away. Again, think more than just a recruitment page. This is available on essentially any page of your branded site. Barry goes into a little bit of intro about himself, and then it ends there with another form to fill out. Same exact template from another customer, Sunit, as well. He might, changed his just a little bit up. He has more of a who we are in the beginning. Scrolling down to his 6 reasons why, his agent testimonials. And then he has, a video at the end as well, which we can embed easily right away to any Squarespace page. So these are, and then one more, Judy. She has the same exact template as well. But if you look, one thing, people might not realize is when you get the template, you can still customize for, just a little bit or optimize the template page. So exactly same exact template, but just with some tweaks to it. Judy's big on showcasing her team and her brand and her colors. So you'll always see a lot of her photography on her pages, but same thing as well, same exact template. And this is available to everyone, as is right now. And then you can work with the Ylopo, project management team or custom team to design it even more, which is the next one I'm going to show you. This is the Hills team. They recently just closed out a project with us. They had a vision for their recruitment page, and now they're doing some other pages with us. Now, obviously, we love to hear from you. We are, more of a smaller team. So there is some more back and forth of, you know, coming prepared with your vision, or if you need to start from scratch and you want to work with one of our designers. But the Hills team basically sent us a PowerPoint with their ideas and their vision. And our custom team was able to flip through it and bring this, you know, page essentially to life for them pretty quickly and easily, because they had prepared, you know, just what they're looking for. So this one, you'll see a lot more animation, obviously a totally different layout. Same thing, constantly, you know, forms to apply as an agent. You know, keep going with some more information about their, you know, this is, you know, their, you know, personal tools and, you know, things that they offer for their team. So again, we can bring it anywhere from a template page to a custom page and, you know, beyond. Websites are essentially endless and, you know, the sky's the limit sometimes. And then I was going to show you this is not a recruitment page, but like Calendly, if anyone uses it, embeds really well right into Squarespace. They can, you know, instantly book an appointment. Don't give them that extra click right here. So that's just another cool tool you can implement essentially on any page. So you'll have that option again in the QR code at the top. Wait to the end, and if that's something that you're ready to implement onto your site and ready to get going, just, you know, mark that as one of your categories, and we'll definitely be in touch about that. Okay, and then I think I'm going to turn it over to Elle, who's got a next topic of our tools page.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelly. My name is Elle Kogan. I am one of the directors over client success here at Ylopo. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the tools page. Before I jump into the tools, I just want to show you all this form stack. This is what you can scan behind all of us who are presenting today. And I did throw it in the Q&A as well, just a really nice, easy way for you to log any questions or follow-up items as we talk through things today. But I want to talk about the tools page. And I know we've been talking about this a lot in the YSC. If you joined us at Summit, we had a couple of really great presentations about how to optimize these tools and really get the most out of them. We don't have time to do tools training today, but every single Tuesday, Matt Croteau and Sarah Da Silva do a really, really cool thing called Tools Tuesday on the coach's office hours. So I would encourage you to join there. Those are all posted in the YSC, and you can scan this QR code too while I have my screen sharing. But just a great way to learn more about really using those tools to the best of your ability. For anyone who does not have a branded site, you might be on this call and have, you know, previously opted out, or maybe you're still in the process of building one. But these tools are, in my opinion, the coolest part of the Ylopo branded site. They're all proprietary. You can't get them, you know, anywhere else. We can't put them on an external site. These have to be run through a Ylopo site. So if you don't have a Ylopo branded site, please fill out the form stack, and we would love to help spin one up for you. We have one that's just called an agent toolkit. That's a really, really nice landing page, and then allows you access to this backend tool. So what you can see today is just a basic tools page. And thank you to Jamie, who I saw is on the webinar today, for letting me show this. But this is the basic branded site tools page. Most of you on this call likely have a tools page that looks exactly like this. If you've not seen your tools page before, just type in your branded site domain /tools. And take 30 seconds to bookmark it, because, you know, you should be in here all the time. These tools are super cool, super nice. And, you know, the site, you know, as is really, you know, really great, but you can take it up to the next level. So what I want to show you is what Gabe Cordova has done with his tools page. This is typically about a 1-hour build with the branded sites team, $75, I think a really, really good investment. And what Gabe has done is he's turned this into a back office resource. So when they bring on new agents, their agents are working out of this tools page. So it still has all of the Ylopo tools and it links out, but he's built it out so that, you know, his new agents can come on and access their training videos, you know, go through some of their back-end trainings, link out to their MLS, submit a time off request, book Calendly with his office admin, go through their onboarding. So it's a really, really nice way to get your agents used to coming to this tools page, because we want our agents, if you're running a team, we want our agents using the open house tool and the home valuation tool and the market trends and the listing flyers and the heat maps. Like, these are all really, really cool tools that are designed to make us more money by converting our leads. So I thought this was a really clever way to just take advantage of something that you're already paying for. It's part of your platform fee. And it really just gets agents used to coming to this site and reminds them that these are at their disposal. So if this is something that you want to do, it's a really quick, simple, easy way to just enhance this tools page, make it a little bit sleeker, and build in things that are just unique and custom to your team. And that's really it on the tools page. I'm going to hand it back over to Kiwi.
Wow, we're going through this quick. Holy smoly. Okay.
We want to have time for Q&A.
Yeah, that's good point. So I'm going to go over the market trends. So you'll notice on all of your community pages, or you should have it on most of your community pages, we pull in the market trends data, and we show the nice graph, and there's several different data points that are displayed there with a click of a button. But we have some clients who have gone and signed up with Altos data and incorporated Altos data. So they've basically taken our market trends and put it on steroids, right? So it's just given them a lot more options. So let me share some examples with you to see what I'm talking about. So Amy Patnight, we just finished a custom site for her. She wanted, she's big into the data and really driving down into the numbers for all of her communities. So with the Altos data embedded into her branded site, it looks like this for each of her neighborhoods, right? So it just gives them a lot more different data points to be able to view right out of the gate. And then as soon as you click on any of these, it actually takes you over to Altos and then goes even deeper, right? So you can really nerd out on the numbers. So for her, that was very important. I can't remember exactly what she said the cost was, but it's not a lot for the Altos data. It was pretty minimal. And then to be able to put this onto your site, again, you're just gonna have to scan that QR code. It's just gonna depend on how many pages you want it on. But I believe this is something that we can probably do one community for you, and then do a Loom video and show you how to do this and add it to your other community pages yourself. The whole idea here is, a branded sites for us is not a profit center. We just want you guys to have all the tools, all the features to be super successful in what you do. We're a digital marketing company, so the branded site piece is important, but running the ads for you, generating the leads, doing the remarketing, having all the AI stuff, that is the biggest focus for us. But we want you here, with the branded site stuff, to have as many options as possible and be able to, you just be able to make the right decisions. But we're not going to charge you an arm and a leg for this stuff. We're just doing it at cost so you can have it. And wherever we possibly can, to save you guys some money, we'll just show you a video on how to do it so that you guys can do it yourself. Or you can always just say, hey, no, if your team's only going to take 2 or 3 hours, I'd rather your team just do it and save me the time. So we want to give you options, but options are going to depend on, how you want it to look, how many pages and different things. So we've got to talk each piece through with you to figure that out. And of course, Barry, Barry's always got all the cool stuff. He's always playing with things. So this is just another way of showing the market trends data using the Altos data for the different neighborhoods. He's got this cool little widget that he built on this page just for market trends. So a couple of different options there when it comes to market trends, just to sort of upgrade and give you more data than what you guys have today. Let me check on my list. I think now, yeah, we're getting onto custom sites now. So the final piece of the puzzle here is to share with you guys some complete custom designs. So again, one of the reasons we picked Squarespace was it's a very flexible, design-friendly platform, right? So there's really nothing you can't do when it comes to design on Squarespace. And also, you know, we want to be able to build you the Ferrari and hand you the keys so you can manage it. You can do a lot of the work yourself. It's going to be faster. It's going to be cheaper for you. As well as if you go into Upwork, you can find thousands and thousands of really good consultants or, like freelancers who can do a lot of this work for you as well. But these branded sites, these custom branded sites I'm going to share with you, the one thing they all have in common is they came to us with the designs that they wanted. They said, Kiwi or, you know, Kelly or Al, they're like, this is what we want. Can you make it happen? And we're like, absolutely. So our team is very, very good at building out custom designs. But the most important thing is you need to know what you want. You need to share with us all the assets, be super organized. Otherwise, it's like building a house without going to an architect first, right? And then having all the architecture and everything laid out. So that spending the time up front to design it, to come up with exactly what you want, and then working with our team to build it out is the most effective way. And that's what all of these people have done. So, you know, you'll notice here on Amy's site, she's got all this different breakdown, you know, different price points. So that's kind of different. They've got the nice sliders, this things slide in, you know, stories about selling, communities we service, just a different style. You can view all the communities from here, but it's all beautifully designed based on her new business. Then she's got her Instagram account embedded in the bottom. So that's always just populates. So that's an example of one. This took us about 2 months to build out for Amy. It was quite a lot of work. I think we were looking at around 5K at the end of this project, with about 2 months worth of development work. So just to give you an idea of, you know, what Amy did. Let me go to the next one. Actually, before I go to that one, I'm going to share with you the Craft and Bauer one. That's Judy's. Sorry, the Pollock. Yeah, Livian and with Vanessa Pollock. So Vanessa came to us and she had beautiful imagery. She had a real solid idea of the design and the layout and everything she wanted. She worked with us to zone in on her vision, to come up with all the mock-ups and sort of the wireframes for everything. She told us exactly what needed to be on the page, what imagery she wanted, and we just executed on it for her. So this actually project was a lot faster because she was very, very particular and knew exactly what she wanted. One thing I'll say to you guys is one of the things that makes a site look super beautiful and super luxury without having to spend a ton of money on different design is just have really high quality images or video, right? So you'll notice all of her images, are beautifully, it's nice, lifestyle. It's not just like anything taken, with your iPhone. So she's put a lot of effort into the imagery, getting a team, the look, the feel of everything. All of the agent photos are all done in the same style. So that just makes it a lot easier to build out a beautiful looking site when the imagery is also beautiful. Otherwise, if it's crappy images, the site's going to look crappy. So yeah, those are two big ones. Oh, the one other one I'll show you guys is Craft and Bauer. This is, again, a totally different layout and design. This was a big project, several months. Again, they were very, very particular in what they wanted. They spent a lot of money getting gorgeous imagery, and gave us the roadmap, gave us the wireframes and said, okay, this is how we want everything laid out. Here's all the images, just build it out for us. So they're also in multiple states, but you can sort of see the way the properties is done on a scroller. Meet the team, nice imagery again, just everything beautifully laid out, beautiful agent photos, professionally done. you know, and then in a nice form. Again, they've got their Instagram built into the bottom of the page. So another sort of style, just to give you guys an idea, you know, what some other people have done and what's possible. But I'll let Kelly or Al take over from here. There's a few more that we're going to share with you guys, and then I'll jump into the chat if you guys have got any questions.
Sure. I'll finish us up here with a few things. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Okay. So like Kiwi said, great if you can come to us with some wireframes and vision. Obviously, that's a great place to start. It will alleviate some back and forth and some time in your timeline. But just so everyone does know, we do have a custom team at, behind the branded sites team, where if you can lay out, any ideas, any inspiration, we can produce mock-ups for you, do some, back and forth to get your agreement, work within your budget. So this site is an example of someone coming to us with just, having a vision, and our designers and our front-end developers bringing it to life. Again, just some more, unique features to this site. And oops, sorry, my screen went out. Okay. Just bringing it all together to just their vision, their colors. They wanted, more interactiveness to this site. So we do have, options available for that. Let me keep going here. Their accolades, some more moving pictures, things like that. So we have, again, a design team behind us that can help with that. Another option is we'll work hand in hand. Like Kiwi said, Craft Bauer always comes to us with wireframes in hand, and we do the conversion. So they use their own design department, and then we just convert. Same thing kind of here. This happened. People love interactive maps, which I get. So they use a graphic designer to, basically send us a Photoshop file of this map. And then we just converted it to them for 4 hours, a small project. Pretty cool, but people can pick, where they want to search. And when they click on it, the big thing here, they're shot over to their, Ylopo home search site. So they're viewing your IDX on the home search site, gaining organic leads. Obviously, if they view a property, they're going to have the same experience as, registering as a lead on Facebook, where they're going to, ask to register, all of that good stuff. So a good way to, gain that organic traffic and organic leads. And then Judy again. Judy's a longtime customer of the custom design team. She works with us on, I would say, many projects over time. Obviously, it can be overwhelming to say, revamp my entire site. We like to break it down into, pieces or pages, or what's going to bring you the most, return on investment right now. But Judy's just a longtime customer of coming to us. She's working a project with us right now of doing customized agent pages. But she has worked, I would say, 6 or more custom projects with us over the years. Same thing. She has a really nice, interactive map that she invested a lot of time and money in. So you can either search it this way. She works in a very niche area where, people looking are very, very specific places. So she has worked that project with us. The towns pages, another big page. I was just there. Where she has updated, let's go to Bridgewater. I know it's a big one of hers. She's updated her community pages to not just be the standard community pages. Like Kiwi mentioned in the beginning, using ChatGPT to, put just, unique content on these pages. Judy has done the same to showing different schools, commuting, and lifestyle for each one of her communities, tying her IDX right below it, her Ylopo IDX, homes for sale, and if your MLS provides it, your recently sold homes as well in that area. So again, another way just to continue to enhance these pages and hopefully get those organic leads registered here. And then I think that's it for me. Oh, I'm sorry. I did want to share one more thing. 1 second. One thing I just want to make note of is, and I've mentioned this a few times, this is just a small section of our branded sites team, but we do have a whole team. Hopefully, maybe you've worked with them or you're working with them now, but these are our project managers. We've only scratched the surface on this webinar, I would say, of what you can do on a branded site. Obviously, we're just showing 5, kind of quick hot topics. But we have a whole team of project managers, whether they worked with you to get your site initially built, or you want to start customizing and doing more of a project-based, enhancement to your site. You'll be assigned one of our project managers, or if you have been in the past, and they'll work with you within your budget, your hours, what your quick fixes are or your enhancements. And like I said, we just scratched the surface here on this webinar. Our goal for the next, the rest of this year into next year is to have this team, really drill down into, topic specific trainings and things like that you can maybe do on your own, whether you want to use, yourself to do it or Ylopo to do it. That's our goal over the next few months into next year. So hopefully you'll be working with one of them in the future, if not now, or you'll be seeing them on a future webinar presenting some more detailed information on branded sites. And then I'll just quickly flip here. The first QR code is the one that's already been in the corner of us the whole time. So anything that you have, lingering questions or want more follow-up to, or quotes on something, you're ready to start your project, you can use that QR code to fill out that form stack. And on the other side is, like Kiwi mentioned in the beginning, we are collecting interest for that, branded site speed homepage. You guys will be the first to know about it. So go ahead and fill out that form as well. We'll collect your email. And then as we have more information and a rollout plan, we'll be sure, you guys will be the first to know. So go ahead and use those. And at the bottom, if someone on the panelists can drop there, many people don't know about this in our knowledge base, but we do have a branded site section just in the knowledge base where we have already done videos of how to do things yourself or how-to documents, far and beyond what we've just talked about here. So if you haven't already, bookmark the branded site knowledge base. There's a ton of information and videos in there already pre-built for you. I know I saw some people chatting, how do I log into my branded site? We get that a lot. No problem, but there's a knowledge base article right there to explain it as well. But yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. Thanks, Callie. One other thing I will mention is, let me share my screen. So Squarespace actually has probably one of the best help centers I've found from any company. So if you go to, just type in Squarespace help into Google, you'll find this help center. Like if you want to add, like, for example, Calendly, right? Adding, and you just type it in, adding online booking to your site. Okay, cool. Yeah. How do you do that? Boom. They just about always have a beautiful article, and most often or not, they'll have a video to go along with it to show you how to do it. So really, really good, thorough support center for Squarespace, as well as, Upwork.com. If you want to work with, oh, sorry, I spelled it wrong. You want to work with a designer, a programmer, someone who can do Squarespace work for you and manage your site. Sorry, it's going straight to my projects. I recommend Upwork. They have a lot of Squarespace designers and contractors and freelancers there. You basically just say, hey, this is what I'm looking to do. This is my rough budget. And then all the different people will basically submit offers for that job. But just be careful, check their reviews, do an interview with them, maybe feel them out a little bit first with some smaller projects. But generally you can find really good designers, freelancers on there to do a lot of the work for you if you don't feel comfortable yourself. As well as, obviously our team can do a lot of this work for you. Our team is, I believe it's $75 an hour, which is more pricey than a lot of the sort of freelancers on Upwork in places like India and the Philippines and that. But however, our team is going to be probably 4 to 5 times faster a lot of the time. They've done this over and over and over, and they're just very, very familiar with your site. They've got access already. So take all of that into consideration. We just want to make sure you guys are aware that you've definitely got options there. I would always say run it by our team first. They're going to sort of give you a quote, sort of give you some guidance. And if you feel like it's too much, you want to be able to do it yourself, then they can provide instructions on how to do that as well.
For sure. And Kiwi, I'll just chime in really quickly. I know we've shared this link a couple of places too, but in our knowledge base, we do have some how-tos. Everybody's working with a different budget, and there are a lot of things that you can do on the back end. And so, our team is certainly willing and able to give those instructions, for edits that are simple enough for you to do on your own.
Perfect. Jennifer asks, what is the area field referring to on the speed form? Is that just the markets that they're servicing, the area that they're in? Do you know, Al?
I don't. Let me pull up the form, actually.
Okay. We'll get back to you on that one. Yeah, I mean, well, this is an open Q&A at this stage. We got done pretty quick. So if you guys have questions, feel free to fire away at us if they haven't been answered already. Hopefully that sort of opens your eyes up to a lot of different things that you're able to get done. I would definitely say one area, like if I was an agent and I had Ylopo today, the first thing I would focus on is my community pages. When we give you a community page, because we don't know your communities, we don't know your neighborhoods like you do. So we just give a very generic block of text. You should really go ahead and first thing you do, and you might delegate this out, find someone local who's really good with your communities or work with your agents, but build it out. So it talks about all the great reasons why it's a nice place to own a house, whether it's the school systems, whether it's the parks, whether it's the weather, go into detail and give a lot of context around that neighborhood and why people like to live there, what types of people live there. So it really shows you as the local expert, knowing everything about the communities you service. And that's also going to help generate SEO for you if you do a really good job with that. That ChatGPT session I did will actually show you how to leverage ChatGPT to write a lot of this content and take a lot of the manual labor out of it for you. And you just sort of go through, review it, make some tweaks, and then push it out. Because generally that'll come up with a lot of really good ideas. It may not always be on point, so you definitely have to review it and put your twist on it. But, instead of taking 4 or 5 hours to do a page, you can generally do it in 45 minutes to an hour. And then every week, just decide, okay, this week I'm doing this town. Next week I'm doing that town. Or if you've got more time, do a couple of weeks. But just check those off one by one, build beautiful community pages. And that's really going to help your branded site with its conversions, with its SEO. It has many, many benefits. Yeah, so the ChatGPT. So if you guys, and I'll actually also recommend you guys do subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and look for Ylopo, you will find our channel. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys right now. So this is our channel. And if you can't click on the videos, scroll down, and here it is here. This was done 3 months ago. So I'm going to copy that, put that in the chat for everyone. And in this ChatGPT, there's actually like a library of prompts that were built into it. So that you just download this one plugin, so you don't have to figure out what prompts to use and what to say. So it's really like it's a cheating way of using ChatGPT. It's probably the easiest way possible. So that way it spits out everything you need for a beautiful community page and for SEO purposes. Yeah, so like Kelly said, if you can throw your Q&A in the actual Q&A here in Zoom.
Yeah, sorry. Otherwise it gets it gets caught up in the feed and we can't answer you directly in the chat.
Well, there's a lot of questions. That's great.
Yeah, I've seen a few people asking if we can show sold on their branded site. And like I chatted back, yeah, as long as your MLS, your MLS feed sends it to us, and we can turn it on the home search site. We can essentially show, certain, whether it's just your brokerages solds or certain agents solds. We do that all the time. So just send us the request and we can go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, I'll share an example of solds. Again, Judy Weiniger just hogging all the screen time here, but she's so good. She spent so much work on all of her content and her site. So for one of her agent pages, and actually she's about to redo all of these. This is an old version, but there's a lot of really cool things in here. So this particular agent shares all of her listings on her single agent page. And she also all of her sold homes on the single agent page, right? So she's added these in as sort of horizontal blocks where you can scroll through and see everything that she's got sold and everything that she's currently got listed. So these are things you guys can do. You're just going to need to sort of work with us a little bit, and we can set it up, and then you just you just add them as you go. Oh, so yeah. Oh, Kelly, you answered that one from Jeff. So multiple service areas, multiple MLSs.
Yeah. So if you guys, whether you have multiple licenses with us or multiple feeds on your MLS, we can break that up into different parts of the site. So we have some clients who have, Gabe's an example. They service 4 different areas all over the US with us. So we can build multi-market, we call them, or multi-license sites, where every page hits a different MLS or a different home search site, or they can select what area they're searching on so they can get that specific, search bar to search that specific home search site. So yeah, we can definitely break up the site and the pages by different licenses or by different MLS feeds that you have activated with Ylopo.
We don't allow clients to be able to show rental properties though, right? It's just, no.
Not yet. No, we still haven't. Yeah, our dev team's actively knows about that request and are working on it.
Therese says, I have 13 agents. Can each of my agents have their own branded page and design it? You can have that, Therese, or Teresa, however, sorry if I butchered that. It's very rare. I mean, we work with some of the biggest teams, in the country, as well as our average client is probably 5 or 6 people, to be honest. I don't know one client who's just done completely different custom designs for each agent page. I would say pick a beautiful agent layout page and then replicate it for everyone on the team. And just, get their buy-in, have them be part of the design process. That's just going to save you a lot of time and money rather than trying to do custom ones for each individual agent when they may not even use them that often anyway. But yeah, it's an option. I wouldn't recommend doing individual ones for every agent, but it's totally up to you. The seller tools come to Canada soon. It's not us, right? It's the data feeds that we get from Canada. The Canadian IDX feeds just don't allow us to do sold, right? Otherwise, we would display it. It's not, and it's also not just Canada. There's a lot of areas in the US as well where they can't display sold data. So it depends on your data provider, your IDX provider, whether we can display the solds for you.
Yeah, same thing with I see a few questions of like your communities. People think that you just have to pick a certain city or a zip code. We have people that make communities that are like houses by the water. As long as your MLS feed sends us that amenity, that neighborhood, that school district, we can make a, a community or a collection that's showcasing just those specific properties on your home search site. So we have people that do, 55 and older communities, houses with big yards for dogs, things like that. So anything that we can, I always say, if we can search it on your home search site, then we can make it, somewhere, we can make it a collection on your branded site.
So we have on the webinar with us. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a link.
I was like, what?
That was me. Yeah, so I'm going to share a link with you guys on how to do niche landing pages. So for example, if you want to create a landing page which just shows foreclosed properties or short sales or golf course properties, ocean view properties, based on the different filters you've got on your search site, and you can narrow down particular niches or types of property searches, any of those that you can do on your search site, you can create a evergreen landing page for that, so that that page will always show that particular types of properties. A good example for that is Mike Rennick's website. If you notice, if you go to, let me see. Michael. Well, actually, let me put in the chat first. I'm going to share the link to how to create those landing pages. So I just shared that. And then the next link I'll do is Mike Rennick's. So, and he's got some good examples of this. But this is actually a really good strategy for SEO after you've done your community pages. And let me share the screen again really quick. So for Mike Rennick's, he's got this pop-up which just doesn't go away. That's annoying. So, oh, you know what? Okay, so if you go to deals on Mike Rennick's site, and he's teamrennick.com, all of these bank-owned foreclosures, short sales, recent price reductions, right? These are all landing pages that he's created. And right now it's pulling in the IDX search just for recent price reductions, right? He hasn't done a good job of creating a lot of content on this page for SEO purposes. So it's not going to rank very well, but he links to it from his homepage. So it doesn't necessarily need to. But, that's just to give you a few ideas of different types of landing pages you may want to build out. But think of the types of niche properties or communities that you guys service. If you don't have it on your site, you guys can easily build those out. And that was the link that I shared with you guys. Also, if you get stuck, you can email support@Ylopo. If it's just a quick question, you want me to take a quick look at something for you, you can email me, Kiwi@Ylopo. Happy to take a quick look, try and do a little Loom video, how you do something. If you're stuck, banging your head against the wall and go, oh shit, I just can't figure this out. Send it to me. If it's a basic thing, I can do it. If it's more, complex, I probably won't be able to handle them all by myself. You might just want to send it to support@Ylopo, but we're definitely here to help you guys. We're going to arm you with all the tools, give you all the options, so you can be successful and have a beautiful branded site you're super proud of. That being said, we're at the top of the hour. This is being recorded. It will go up on ylopo.com/media by the end of the day. So you can watch it again. You can share it with anyone on your team. I recommend if you're a business owner, have someone on your team do this for you. Have someone, don't work on your business, not necessarily in your business, but you want to find someone who's good with, who can understand the tech stuff. Squarespace is relatively easy once you've actually jumped in, taken the time to learn the basics. That way you can always update your site very quickly, have complete control of everything yourself. And then if you want to do more complex stuff, you just reach out to us at any stage. Kelly and her team, she's got a big team now. They're super helpful. I think we return tickets, generally within 24 to 48 hours. So it's a fairly fast turnaround. Any last words? Kelly, Al?
No, thanks so much for being here with us today. If you have any questions, please log them through the QR code and our team will get to them as soon as possible.
Yep, same. Look forward to doing more of these in the future with the project management team and everyone.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Al. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Cheers. Bye-bye.